Hey YouTube, this is Eddie's Tech Talk, and this is my review of the Moto X. The Moto X, for those of you that don't know, made a pretty huge splash on the market with its release earlier this year. It's made by Motorola, which is now owned by Google, and this Moto X, you can see I have this version here with like the stipple, not like stipple, but the patterned black version here that Verizon Wireless sent me, and I will take the time right now to thank them. Thanks to the folks at Verizon Wireless for sending me this device to review. In case you guys didn't know, they do send me some devices to review, and I'm very grateful for that. It makes this channel go round, and I'm able to make more videos for you guys because of it. They don't influence me in any way in reviewing the product. I can say whatever I want about it. I can say it's good or it's terrible. It doesn't matter to them. So thanks for letting me be myself and letting me be Eddie's Tech Talk here and sending me phones. So thanks to Verizon Wireless, and I'll just get further into the review here. Like I was saying, I have the black version, but you can customize this phone. I mean, I made a video on the Moto X. You can customize the front panel here. See how it's black? This can be black or white here, this front panel. I can customize everything like the accents, so I can have this volume button be yellow, and this ring around the camera will be yellow, and this back can be red. I mean, the possibilities are endless. This is the U phone. Motorola did not pack next-gen specs into this phone, but they did, in fact, include a great software package with this and also great hardware customization. It's a pretty great phone in that aspect. So this runs Android 4.4, the latest version of KitKat, as I will verify for you right now. Clash of Clans is telling me things. Clash of Clans, you're just going to have to wait until this... Oh, Clash of Clans doesn't want to wait. It wants to open up. You don't get to open up Clash of Clans. I'm reviewing the Moto X. So I will verify this is running the latest and greatest version of Android. Android 4.4. So you can see that there. As you can see, it's a very stock version of Android, but if I swipe all the way to the left, you can see here, I did do an entire video comparing this, but if I swipe all the way to the left on the Droid DNA here, just get rid of my card, no, bring it back. But if I swipe all the way left, Google Now opens. So I did make a video on that, you can check that out. This is really like the stock Android you've been seeing since Android 4.2 Jelly Bean, just with a few enhancements, performance enhancements, things like that. The specs of the Moto X are as follows here. Like I said, Android 4.4. The average for a phone, I'm getting these specs from Phone Arena, is 4.6 ounces. This phone is 4.59 ounces, so just about as close to the average size as you can get. 4.7-inch HD display here, 720p HD display, 316 pixels per inch, pretty great there. AMOLED display, which enables the things like let's see if I can get it to work here. Like this here, this is called active notifications. If I had a notification, it would appear. That enables this. You can see here that the blacks are very black. This is not a new technology. I mean, it's fairly new, but you can see that the pixels here, only this pixel is on. These white pixels are, and only these time pixels are on. This up here and down here, this screen's actually off. This is off. This is the only part that's on, so that enables Motorola's great software features to operate without draining your battery. It has all your, expected sensors, light sensor, proximity sensor, etc., etc. 10 megapixel rear-facing camera, and on the front here we have a 2 megapixel camera here. The camcorder on the back, the 10 megapixel, can record in up to 1080p HD at 60 frames per second. This features Motorola's X8 Qualcomm Snapdragon S4, which is from Qualcomm obviously, but the X8 technology for Motorola, dual core 1.7 gigahertz processor, nothing next gen, there's no quad core, like this is a quad core, the Droid DNA here is a quad core 1.5 gigahertz. So it has 2 gigabytes of RAM built in, 16 gigabytes of built-in storage. This thing lasted me about a day and a half on battery. I'd always charge it the same night, but it would still be at about 50%, maybe a little less, 35, 40%. So it would last a good amount of time, not user replaceable. You can't remove the back there. This is available and able to be customized now on all major networks. So now that the specs are out of the way, for you tech geeks out there like myself, let's get into the real world usage of the phone. 4.7-inch display, that's about the size, I think it might be exactly the size of my Samsung Galaxy Nexus. Unfortunately, I cannot find it to compare. But this phone feels really small. I mean, not really small, but the phone feels very small in the hand. I mean, it's a 4.7-inch display, but compared to the iPhone 4S and below, 3.5-inch display. The Droid DNA, I'll hold it up for comparison here, has a 5-inch display. You can see quite a bit bigger there. But the phone does feel small. Motorola did a great job with the software features and the ergonomic design here in making this 4.7-inch display, which can display a lot of content, feel very small in the hand. So maybe if you're switching from an iPhone, going up to the bigger display size won't be as daunting for you now because this phone does not feel like it has a 4.7-inch display. The screen, I do upload my videos only in a max of 720p here. Don't know if you can make that out, but colors are very clear, very vibrant. If you saw my video of the Razr Max, basically the same phone with a Kevlar back. It's it's good. Here's the Droid DNA with a 1080p screen for comparison. I do like the screen, obviously, since this is a little better on the Droid DNA, but this is very serviceable. A very great phone, very great screen. Performance was very fluid, though I did get a few times with some lag. I had lots of apps open. I usually close all my apps and don't have any more than about that number you saw right there running at once. But I did have some that caused a little bit of lag. So I did get very good performance off the device. Great for everyday usage. Don't do a lot of gaming besides Clash of Clans. I'm a little bit addicted to that one right now. But that ran fine, pretty great. Everything ran very smooth on the phone. But if you're a spec geek, I suppose there can be some things left to be desired. Pretty great features, like I say here. You have Motorola's suite of apps. You have Motorola Connect. You can install this extension to Chrome and get your text messages on your computer. Pretty cool feature. Haven't had the opportunity to try it out. Touchless control. I'll just demonstrate quick. I made multiple videos on this, but you can say, "Okay, Google now." And without me touching the phone, it activates. It says, "Good morning, Eddie." Very personalized, and I can search whatever I want. Another cool feature, the Motorola Assist app. So if you're driving and you get a text message, it recognizes that you're driving, and it will say, to hear it say listen, so it'll actually speak it to you, and then it'll say, like, to let them know you're driving, say send text, and then you send text away, and there you go. It's pretty great features. If you saw my review again of the the Droid Max, pretty much same phone, but hey, it's pretty great. I mean, the software features definitely the best I have used on any smartphone ever. I mean, it really is the best software suite I've ever used. Furthermore, haven't gotten able to test the camera very much, but I will pull up the few pictures I have taken. So there's a little Santa thing there. Pretty good colors. That was in pretty good lighting. There's some finger sandwiches that my mom bought. There's Calvin Johnson in the snow at Philadelphia taking a picture of a screen. You can see that it still shows up very good, very vividly there. Friend's basement, pretty good lighting. Pictures, yeah, I think they were messing with my phone. And then there's my little dog there, my messy room in the background. That's a pretty good picture as well. Overall, impressed with the camera. Good quality. Didn't get to use the front camera much. But you can see here on the back, another design element. The phone was designed very well, as I said. And you can see from the top that it really, to feel small, it goes up like that. So it does, that's how it creates the small feeling. But if I'm holding the phone on the back here, my finger kind of gravitates towards this little, you can see that that's like a recess. The Motorola logo is recessed into the phone. Kind of strange. I always wanted it to be like a button or a fingerprint scanner or something. But it never was. It didn't bother me all that much, but it's just a weird little quirk in the phone. Then I will show you some video playback right now, so you can view the quality of that. We're going to navigate over to Eddie's Tech Talk. And we will see. Let's see, what video do we want to watch? Let's watch Droid Max review. Let's do that. You all been waiting for the review of the Droid Max, the Motorola Droid Max. made by Motorola, obviously present here on Verizon Wireless. The only carrier that it is on it is exclusive to Verizon. And Verizon did, in fact, provide this device for me. So you can see their colors are good, playback good, speakers can get loud. See it in action. Look at my other videos in the description. Speakers do get quite loud. Touchless control. Good quality there. Everything about this phone really ran rather smoothly. For the average consumer, I would not hesitate to recommend this phone. This phone is pretty perfect as far as just general consumer use goes. If you are in fact a spec geek, this phone won't suit your needs. Go with something like the Nexus 5 or Galaxy Note 3 or something like that. But, I mean, for the average consumer, this phone's great. You can customize the back, you can customize the front. You have a great suite of software features. You run stock Android, no UI bogging the thing down. You're just going to get pretty great photo quality, pretty great video quality. Everything is just ridiculous. They have done specials on this phone, $150 off contract to make it $350. I think at Verizon it's available at about $50 just for the holiday season. I mean, this is a great phone, great product for the average consumer. So if you're not a spec geek, I would not hesitate to recommend this phone due to its great features, its ergonomic body design, and it's just overall good quality. Call quality though is another thing. Probably one of the major detractor of the phone. People complained that reception on the phone wasn't that great. I think it might have been a secondary issue, nothing to do with the network, but the Moto X itself, great phone, great price, good performance. This has been a presentation of Eddie's Tech Talk. If you like this video, don't hesitate to thumbs up, don't hesitate to subscribe. Comment if you didn't like the video. Hey, I get it, dislike, but let me know why. And I'll see you in the next video, guys, and the Galaxy Note 3 is next on the list. So I'll see you in the next video. Check out my full review at eddystechtalk.weebly.com for a more in-depth perspective on the phone, a little bit more in-depth on the features. This video is intended to be pretty concise, just to give an overview. See you in the next video.